What's up, y'all? Bryson Price here. How y'all doing? It's been a long time since I've live streamed, but I'm back. Had a baby and all that. How are y'all doing? What's new with y'all? I'd like to hear what y'all are up to. Just drop that in the comments. I'll let y'all know a little bit more about what I've been up to. But I want to see what y'all are up to. Let me see if I could get these comments where I could see them. Yeah, I'll try to keep them on the screen here. So today I will not be creating any music. I might show y'all some of the stuff I'm working on if I could find anything. But today is just gonna be talking about my future plans. There's something called NFTs that is really interesting, and I believe it's gonna change the game. So I want to talk about that a little bit. I want to see what y'all are up to. Hold on a second. It looks like I think my computer froze here. All right. It looks like my mic reset. Let's see if it's working now. Let me see if it's working right now. All right. Good to go? Yeah, so it looks like when I shut off my computer, my audio interface like reset back to having not having the mic plugged in. But cool. Yeah. Hey, I'm sorry about all of the technical difficulties. What I was just doing was reading Randy's comment. Randy was saying about what he's been working on. So yeah, that's cool, man. That's really cool that you've been working on that stuff. Whenever you get it finished, let me know. I want to hear it. So yeah, I'm drinking some chai right now. Um, just like Indian spices and milk and condensed milk and all that. So my friend Niraj, Mr. Bombay, he's in here sometimes. He put me on to drinking Indian chai. He's from India, and he taught me how to drink this by taking me to Indian restaurants. So I drink it every day now. But yeah, let's get into it here. Zivo, you said Apostle just hit you up. Yeah, I forgot to take off my notifications on my phone. And Connor, you said I'm working on a Christian dubstep album. A song is 10,000 Reasons, and a title for the song is The Sword, the Word of God. That's awesome, man. Those are really powerful words that you got going on there. I like that. Powerful words. So the way I wrote my Ignited album, I don't even know if y'all know what that is. It's super old school. Um, let's see. I'll show y'all this. So Ignited, this album was kind of, I started, somebody recommended that I start with the, oh, I don't have it on the screen. There we go. They recommended that I started by writing um like, hold on, let me get this up here. Let me resize this. I'm sorry, y'all. That way y'all could see my screen. Okay. Yeah, so Ignited started off by writing um like a paragraph of like what I wanted the album to be about. So I started off with like the words, and somebody that was helping me along at the time, they recommended I do that, is like write a paragraph and then make songs like around those ideas, you know. So it was really interesting. That can be a really cool way to like go about making music like that. But but yeah, so I guess I wanted the main reason for live streaming today is I mean, I had a little bit of time. It's been tough to find time because now that we've got two children, when one child is sleeping, the other child is up, you know, so it's really hard to get that coordinated. So yeah, that's why I haven't had time to live stream. And you know, my personal music projects are a priority, and now that I'm working, it just makes it really hard to find time. You know, um, but I miss live streaming with you guys. Like that was a really fun time. Um, but I don't know when the live streams will come back. Unless I start doing music full time, which I don't see that happening anytime soon, but that's definitely the goal, you know? But yeah, let me let me turn off these notifications, y'all. All right, that should do it. I don't think I'll be getting any more notifications now. So let me see what y'all are saying here. Connor, you said it's kind of odd that Apostle Records doesn't have a website with their artist. Yeah, I saw that when you asked me that. I thought they did, and honestly, maybe they did have one but did away with it. It didn't look the greatest, to be honest. It didn't look like the most professional, and maybe the reason why is because the Apostle artists are not necessarily signed exclusively to Apostle. It's like we all do our own thing and then we release with Apostle. If that does that make sense? So we're not like bound to Apostle. It's not like our only place where we release music. It's kind of more like a collective, if that makes sense. So we all have our own individual brand, um, but we're all coming together and releasing with Apostle to help push that movement of like Christian electronic music, you know. But yeah, so I wanted to talk with y'all about NFT. Um, this is this has got very like this is a huge potential, guys. NFT for everybody, you know. I think it really helps out the smaller artists, people like me and people like you guys who are creating music. Um, and the reason why, here, let me pull up this article here. So the reason why this is so powerful is because let me just try to let me try to explain to you guys like in a nutshell. It's hard to explain without getting into like the details, but this will allow a smaller artist to have control over what it'll allow like people's fans to be able to invest in like, I guess, the causes that they believe in the music they believe in. And let's say you only have like a loop. You've only made like a little loop. You can upload that as an NFT, and if somebody finds it interesting, they can bid on it. And if you pair that with a piece of artwork, um, that can be all the more powerful. You know, I know it sounds confusing, but maybe I'll just All right. Let me see. Can y'all hear me okay right now? I'm really sorry about yeah, I'm really sorry about this, guys. Let's see if the mic's working. Yeah, I'm really sorry about Okay. Yeah, I'm really sorry about this, guys. I think it's definitely a problem with OBS. If it happens again during the stream, I might have to switch over to my MacBook and live stream from there. And since I'm not doing like music production today, that will work out. But I'll have to like set it. I'll have to copy the stream code into my my laptop, and so it'll take a little bit of time. Hopefully that was the last time it streamed, but I guess so. So let's get into this article here. I think the best way for me to explain this to you guys is to go through an article that's already kind of laid out, where they've laid out some points, and just kind of talk about it, and then also share some of my ideas with you guys and like some of the notes that I've taken on my own to explain this topic, because it's kind of confusing. If you're into cryptocurrency, it's going to be a little bit easier for you to understand. I've been invested in Bitcoin since 2017. So these concepts are a little bit easier for me to understand because I've been in the space for a while. But this right here, NFTs are like where art, music and art and collectibles, it's where they collide with blockchain and cryptocurrency, you know. Until now, that hasn't happened. So that's the really interesting thing about it, is that it's finally intersecting with music. So let's read this here. So NFT, I'm just going to skim through this. NFT stands for non-fungible tokens. So that it says, which simply means that this token cannot be recreated or replaced. Fungible just means be able to be replaced. So that's kind of like the definition of it, you know. And if y'all have something to say, just drop a comment. Let me get the chat up here. I'll put the chat here just so I can see if y'all are saying anything. Let me like split the screen here like this. And I saw that comment, faith to the grave. Thanks for being in here, man. I appreciate you. And thanks for those encouraging words too. So let's pull this up here. All right. So there's a couple different places. And if I'm being confusing, forgive me. Just let me know in the comments if something's not making sense, because this is kind of a confusing topic. So basically, an NFT is like a collectible. It's a digital collectible that you can store in your like software wallet on the computer. And yeah, so like right now there's like currency, you know, like Ethereum, Bitcoin, that you can store in your software wallet online. But now you can store artwork. So people are buying and spending millions of dollars on artwork that they have the digital rights to. It's kind of like when people go to like art shows and they buy, like, let's say, I know this is like an old example, but like the Mona Lisa, there's only one of those made. And somebody would spend tons of money just to have that original artwork. That's the same way people are buying digital artwork right now. Like, there's only one copy made, and people are buying that. So the reason why this is so powerful is because you can pair that video or that like artwork with a song, and you could sell it like that to people who want to buy it. You know, so like I said before I froze, is that like, let's say you're not great at making beats, but you can make loops. You know, that's a great opportunity for you, because you could pair up with a 3D animator, and you could let them use your loops, and y'all could team up and make a piece of art together that that is just like somebody would go watch in a museum, except it's like digitally, like you're watching it digitally. But people, I think there's going to be virtual museums someday, you know, where people go and engage there, and you know, look at art pieces and buy them if they are inspired by them. So there's just different places, NFT marketplaces, that you can go to buy NFTs, and these are like they're listing some of them here, um, and these are also them too. Um, there's like auctions, just like in real life, you know. There's auctions, and there's an artist. If y'all are interested in this more, there's an artist named Rack. Let me plug my laptop in here just in case something happens. It seems like everything's going okay right now with the live stream. But yeah, what do y'all think about this so far? Is it confusing or is it making sense? I haven't heard you guys say anything, so I'm just curious about your thoughts about all this. Let's see. I think I got everything set here. But yeah, Josiah, you said, yo, Bryson, I was scared I missed this live. What's up, man? Thank you for being here. Yeah, it's frozen a couple times, but I think we're good to go. And I really hope it doesn't freeze again. I really hope that doesn't happen. But there's so am I making sense to you guys? Like, I haven't heard you say anything. I hope I'm explaining. I'm doing the best I can to explain this. It's kind of confusing. There's another artist. So Randy, you said, how would you use NFTs personally? So yeah. So before I go any further in this, maybe it would help you to give you an example of like how I would use it, because I've been thinking about how can I utilize this technology for like a small artist like me who doesn't have a big following. Josiah, you said, what did I miss? You didn't miss much, man. I think the best part is right now is what we're talking about right now. You missed a couple of live stream freezes and just, you know, talking. I was just talking with the people in the chat about like what they've been up to and stuff like that. But so Randy, this is my idea. So I jotted down some notes here. Let me just make sure I'm saying everything right. So my idea for this is to create a song, a special song. It'll probably be like a VIP of something I've already put out. And then to create like, so just like I create visuals to go with my music, I'm going to create visuals and I'm going to create a song. But it's going to be like the B-side. This is what I'm planning to. I'm planning for it to be like a B-side of a song that I already have out. So like the collectible edition of Holy Spirit, like my new song, you know? It's going to be like the collectible edition of that song. So, Zivo, you said, gotta go, but I might be back in about an hour. Cool, man. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you. Thank you for, it was good virtually seeing you again. Yeah, so this is my plan. To create a visual, an appealing visual, a collectible edition of a song that I've already come out with, put those two together, and then auction it off. And I'm not planning on selling it for that much. Like, people are selling their, like, these NFTs for like thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands. Like Blau, it says here, Blau, he bought in over brought in $1 million in sales in under 8 months through a series of different releases. So like, that's huge, you know. But for me, I don't really have the following. He doesn't have a crazy following, but he has a pretty big fan base. For me, because my fan base is so small, what I have planned is to sell my NFTs for about as much as it's going to cost me to make them, which I still have to look into it. Some websites are free to like create these NFTs. Some websites it costs like $30. So whatever the cost is, for me to make an NFT, that's gonna be the starting bid price. So it could be anywhere from like $1 to like $30, and the winner of that auction is there might be like several runner ups, like like let's say 3 to 10 runner ups that get some kind of prize, but the winner of the auction gets exclusive rights, or exclusive, like that song is theirs, like they just purchased a piece of artwork, like that artwork and song that I released together, that's gonna be theirs. And I still may, and maybe they could even get royalties from that song. So it's kind of like investing. Like let's say like I was a company in the stock market, you would buy my song and artwork NFT together for $5 in hopes that as I grow my influence and my following, that piece of artwork is going to increase. It's no different than if you go and go to the art gallery and you buy a piece of art, because you really support that artist, because you think that that artwork's going to increase in value. Or you buy like you buy a rookie card of somebody who just entered in the NFL because you think that in 10 or 15 years they're going to do like really well. It's kind of, NFTs are kind of a way to I guess for the fans to invest in the artist and kind of partner together, saying I support you and I think that you're going to go, I think you're going to go far in music in the future. I guess that's a good way to put it. Or even if somebody's already an established artist, like let's say you think they're gonna get even bigger, you might buy their NFT for like $50,000 because you think they're gonna be even bigger than they are. And this is people who have big money. This is not me. This is not me, but like this is what people are doing who have big money. This is what's happening right now. Does all that make sense to you guys? I'm curious about if I'm just like talking into thin air, or if this is like making sense, because in my mind I see a ton of possibilities with this. But yeah, I'd like to hear y'all's comments. Hype, you said yeah, it does. Randy, you said I don't see the point if you don't sell an NFT for profit. Yeah, so I mean, eventually, eventually that would be the goal, right? But that's kind of like saying, like, because I give my music out for free, like some people might say, I don't see why you spend all this time creating music if you're just gonna give it out for free. Like for me, the reason why I do that is because it's like an investment into my future. um I don't really feel like I'm, I guess I mean, I would like to make a profit with like NFT, of course, but but I don't know if I can at this point because my fan base is so small. Um does that make sense, Randy? I guess that's the goal, is to be able to make money and get supported by the people who support your music, and establish a deeper relationship with those people. Um, but I guess the reason why I said I'm probably gonna have the starting bid at the cost that it takes for me to make the NFT is because I'm just getting started, and I feel like I just feel like I want to get some traction going before like I charge a lot of money. I think it's really cool technology, and I think it's I think I mean, I'm all in on it. So I think I want to try to expose people to this so that we can all like do this together, because this is like something that I feel like is the future. But I don't see many people taking an advantage of it right now. Josiah, you said I'm missing the context. What NFT are you talking about? So we're just talking about NFTs in general, but Randy asked me, how would you use NFTs personally? So I'm talking about what I have planned, like planned for my own music. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense, Josiah? Randy, you said didn't realize you meant just starting big would be at cost. That makes sense. I didn't. Let me read it again. Randy said, "Didn't realize you meant just the starting bid." Oh yeah, yeah. So Randy, that starting bid would be like the cost. Now this is not how other people do it. This is how I'm doing it because I know that like my followers, just like any other artist followers, aren't really into NFTs, so um, they don't really know like how to navigate the space. But like I guess the reason why I guess what I'm trying to say is I would rather for people um, to get in the space with me, and me not make any money, but to have you guys and all the other people that listen to my music to have y'all here with me in the NFT space. And so I'd rather not make money and have y'all here with me than to like miss out on it. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of like the idea. Um, Dagrith, Colin, you said NFT collab, bro. Yeah, man, I'd love to. We need to talk on that. So Dagrith, his name's Colin. He creates some visuals. I haven't seen anything from you in a long time though, man. He helped me out with my endurance artwork. Um, and so I'll show you guys real quick. He kind of makes like these trippy artworks. My friend took this picture of me. I don't think I have a picture of just the artwork that's like big, but my friend took this picture of me in Dallas, and Dagrith he like made it kind of weird looking, um, and then we just like enhanced the colors, and I did some stuff in Photoshop to make it how it is now. But yeah, that was a collab that we did together. It looks like the stream has not been freezing for a while, so that's good. That's really good. So I'm gonna continue reading this, kind of skimming through this article. If y'all don't have any other questions for me, I'd love to answer more questions that y'all have about this. And I just started researching this like a couple days ago, so I'm still pretty new to this as well. Randy, you said, I have a bias against blockchain because it consumes a huge amount of resources to verify each transaction. I see the reason for it, but it seems pretty expensive when you factor in the energy costs. I've heard that before. I haven't really looked into. I've heard some people say that now look, I don't really know the arguments for and against that. I don't really like look too much into that. But what I can say, I have heard some people say that, and I've heard the counter argument of people saying that it's more expensive to print money than it is for blockchain. But I don't, or it's like our current financial system is more expensive energy wise than blockchain is. But I don't know if that's true or not. I haven't researched that topic, Randy. Josiah, you said off-topic question. Where do you get your custom vocals, like the one in the beginning of The New Heaven? Oh, you are listening to the sounds of Bryson Price. That was a guy named Joe. His last name is really long. I forgot what it is. I can give it to you later. But he did those vocals for me. He did like a whole like. If you're interested in hearing what he did, I can maybe play for you it. Let's see. Joe voiceover. Look, check this out. He did like. Can y'all hear that? Use it because I've been thinking about how can I utilize this technology. Let me see if y'all can hear that. I don't think y'all can hear it if it's in iTunes. Okay, so look, check this out. I'll put it into Ableton. I know y'all can hear my audio in Ableton. I suspected that because I remember last time I tried to play something off of my computer, it didn't work. It has to be in Ableton for it to get through to y'all. So look, he did like all these voiceover lines. This was a really long time ago. Look at the date. 2015 is the date that he did this for me. And he did it all for $25.
BrysonPrice.com. BrysonPrice.com.
I actually need to use some more of these. These are really good.
BrysonPrice.com. 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 Now listening to the sounds are now listening. You are now listening to the sounds of Bryson Price. Listening to the sounds of Bryson Price. Juicy bass, and mind-freeing melodies.
I need to use that one.
Thick synths, juicy bass, juicy bass, and mind-freeing melodies.
Yeah, those are great though. Randy, you said off topic. Are you planning to upgrade to 11? I'm not planning on upgrading to 11 just because I don't want to spend the money. But I would love to have 11 if it didn't cost me anything. But I don't plan on upgrading though. Were y'all able to hear that inside of Ableton? Y'all should have been.
Juicy bass.
Yeah, I hear it on my laptop here. But yeah, that's what, Josiah, to answer your question in a long way, that's where I got the vocals for that. Do you have another vocal, a custom vocal in mind, or was that it? I can't remember if I had another one. I think my sister did one for me. Vibex, man, thanks for popping in. I appreciate you being here, man. Yeah, so let's get back to what we were talking about here about NFTs. So Deadmau5 on his label with what's his label's name? I thought there was a Mousetrap. Yeah, Mousetrap. He did something with NFTs also. There's only a handful of artists that have done this already. Beeple is a video artist. He's probably made the most money. But he was huge already. If you haven't checked out like his kits, watch somebody on YouTube opening up one of these kits. He puts like a hair sample. This is like a real hair sample from him in there. It's just crazy. Like this kit, he sends you buy it digitally, but then he sends you a physical product also. But these things are going for millions of dollars, I believe, or at the very least hundreds of thousands of dollars for like one of these. So yeah, let me read this. Let me read this to you guys. Civrate, what's up, man? Thanks for being here. We're just talking about different stuff, and Josiah was asking me where I get my like custom vocals, and I was telling him there's a guy named Joe. He did this for me back in 2015 for $25. Like all these vocals, and I just used one vocal out of that, but these are pretty cool. Look.
Get ready for another Bryson Price remix. Get ready for another Bryce. You are now listening to the sounds of Bryson Price. Ready for another Bryson Price. Brace yourself. New music from Bryson Price.
But yeah, so that I was just showing him that. But yeah, Vibex, man, this is huge. Like NFTs are huge. Let's read this here. If you've made it this far, thank you for reading. We're excited to be sharing a variety of new content in the coming weeks to help guide and educate you on this new exciting space. We'll be running interviews with both musicians and digital artists to get some insights for key players. So, Bryson Price. That's right, man. So, like, I guess as an artist, if you're an artist in here, which I think the majority of the people are, what you need to be doing, in my opinion, is trying to find artists to team up with. Okay, so like, not music artists, but like 3D artists to team up with, which is hard to find them, you know. But yeah, like I think that's what we all need to be doing. I feel like I have an advantage because I create visuals on my own, and I've been doing that for like the past couple years, so I've learned a lot. So I have that under my belt, but I feel like that's not my strong suit. I feel like music is my strong suit, so I'm still looking to team up with like graphic design artists that I can release NFTs with. Like my music or my loops, like Civrate, if you're still in here, I was telling them that this is a huge opportunity because like even like if you can't create a full song, if that's not your strong suit, then then you could just make loops. There's plenty of graphic artists that just need like, they don't even need a beat. They just need like some kind of melody loop to go in the background for like 7 seconds, and that's it, you know? Iciverate, you said, do you use Blender for your visuals? I do, man. I use Blender, I use Photoshop, and I use Final Cut Pro, all three of those together. Josiah, you said, speaking of collabs, would you collab with Everett Maxwell? I would, man. I would collab with him. I don't really talk to him very much. He's in the Apostle group chat and pops in every once in a while. And he was more active in there before. But, I mean, of course, I would collab with him. I don't know if he would want to collab with me, though. I mean, I would just... It's not, like, on my top priority list, but I would definitely collab with him. But yeah, so I guess I just wanted to say before I kept reading is that like as artists we need to be looking, our head needs to be on a swivel for graphic designers who do 3D art. You can also pair your music with two-dimensional art, but I feel like some kind of moving picture or 3D art is more effective. Vibex, you said graphic designing seems too difficult for me. Yeah, some people don't have it, man. If you have it, you have it. If you don't, you know, I don't know what to say. You're just going to have to spend money or find somebody willing to trade services with you, you know? Iciverate, you said, yeah, I've been trying to learn Blender, especially useful for me since my day job is video editing. That's awesome, man. Yeah, I would highly suggest Ducky 3D if you don't know about him. Ducky 3D on YouTube. That's basically all that I watch for Blender. Let's see, Ducky 3D. Yeah, he makes some really amazing stuff. Like I used this graphic for my song Secure. I used this concept in here. So yeah, it's his YouTube channel, and the awesome thing is that like his name's Nathan. He's a Christian. Nathan's a Christian. And I didn't know that until I was watching one of his videos, and he was wearing a Belonging Company t-shirt, which is a worship group. And so I hit him up on Instagram, and we've just been talking on there ever since, you know. So H Hype, you said, my best friend is a graphic design for fairly cheap. I can send his email in the group chat. Yeah, man. You can tag his Instagram and let us see some of his work. But Iciverate, what do you use for your video editing? So let's keep reading here. Whether you're an NFT expert or a complete beginner, let this post serve as a testament to how NFT offers new and creative ways for artists to connect with their true fans and add value to their work. So like I mentioned before, NFTs are a way for the fan. I don't really like calling people who are like my fans, I don't really like calling them fans, because like if we're really connected, then we're kind of like just friends, you know, we just kind of talk and hang out on the internet. But let's just call it that for the sake of what this article is talking about. So like it's just a way for you to connect closely with your fans, and it allows your fans to invest in your work as if you were a rookie in the NFL. When a fan buys your NFT, they're supporting you because they think that you are going to go further than where you're currently at, and that NFT is going to be worth more in the future. So take this for an example. When I was in, I think either 6th, 7th, or 8th grade, I think it was 7th grade, maybe 6th grade, I don't know. I bought Tom Brady's rookie card for $10, okay? Let that sink in, because right now, that same rookie card is worth $2,000. I bought it when he was a nobody. Now, I'm not going to take credit for... I didn't do my research, and I didn't think he was going to be big. I just was lucky because... let's call it blessed. I was blessed because I happened to buy all the rookies from that year in that specific set of cards, and he happened to be one of them. And I bought it for $10, and now it's worth $2,000. So in the same way that I bought Tom Brady's rookie card when I was in 6th grade, 6th or 7th grade or whatever, Like that's kind of what NFTs are. It's like a virtual, or not virtual. It's a digital asset that you can buy, just like you would buy a physical asset, but it's a digital asset that you can buy as an investment because you think that it's going to be worth more in the future. Or it can just be a collector's item, just like people, like when people buy like pins for like their backpack or their hat or something. They're not, I mean, some people might think like this, but I think like when people buy stickers, they're not like, oh, this is going to be worth a ton of money in the future. They're just buying it because they think it's cool. They could slap it on their backpack or put it on their MacBook, you know. They put the sticker on their MacBook or put a patch on their backpack because it looks cool. So in the same way, I believe people will be collecting digital tokens, NFTs. I believe they'll be collecting NFTs and they'll store them in their software wallet and be able to um, they'll be able to like display all the, I guess, the tokens that they have, and in a way people can get a sense for their taste in music and art from the tokens they collect, you know. Does that make sense to you guys? H Hype, you said I just posted the link in Apostle chat. Awesome. Vibex, it says, do you guys have a group chat? We don't have a group chat for my channel. Randy, you said I think I'd rather buy a physical collectible rather than an NFT, but I just might be old fashioned. Yeah, man, Randy, I get it, man. I get it. It was kind of, I guess, it's kind of like weird to think about that you're buying a digital product, right? Um, I can't remember the name of this. I can't remember it, but it's this right here. Hold on. So this, I follow them on Instagram. I just forgot the name of this. This is what I was talking about earlier. So Beeple sold a digital, he sold his art digitally, but because these people pay so much money for it, I guess he reinvested back into them. And well, I shouldn't say reinvested, but he kind of, because they paid so much for his artwork, he made this nice little kit for them. And so even though they bought the item digitally, he'll send them a physical copy printed in this form here. So I found that was kind of interesting because it like, even though you're buying something digitally, you can see it in the physical world, you know. But Randy, I totally get what you're saying, man. I totally get that. It is a weird concept, and to be honest, I'm a little old fashioned myself, but I just see the potential in this, you know. So I think it's really cool. Um, Sivert, you said I like software wallet as a term. Yeah, I think it's actually called a software wallet. I don't know. I think that's the official name. I'm not sure. And I do have a hardware wallet that I store my Bitcoin on. It's like a little device and it has like a 24 word password, you know, so if somebody tries to hack into it, they have to know all 24 words in the right order. Rich Mana, you said, I believe if I just connected with the right people, that my writing, audible art, and lyrics could be cultivated and utilized to its full potential. Yeah, man, that's a good point, man. It's hard. I think some of the hardest, like one of the hardest things is finding the right people that connect with, that you vibe with, that you uh make good art with, you know? You said it's my desire that all I create and release into the atmosphere brings God, glory to God and points the listener to Jesus Christ. That's an amazing heart, man. And I fully support that. That's the right attitude to have. Like that, no matter how many people you reach. And sometimes, like honestly, sometimes I feel that way too. Like I feel like I want my music to be on a bigger platform, but I have to kind of take a step back and realize, like, although that's great, like whether I'm in front of 5 people or 50 people, like as long as the art is bringing glory to God, like that's the most important thing, you know. Iciverate, you said the biggest thing is finding someone who can share your vision and bring it to life. A lot easier said than done, though. 100% agree, man. 100%. I've been creating music since 2006, and I still don't really feel like I have many people that share my vision for what I'm trying to do. Maybe I have like one or two people that I really feel like are on board with like what I'm doing. Um, Not like people, not like fans or people that listen to my music, but people that are artists that are creating music. Um, and yeah, people that I can like team up with. That's really hard. That's really hard. Um, but yeah, I pray for that. I pray for God to put the right people in my life, the right people that I can surround myself with that will allow me to create the music that He wants me to create. Um, I don't know how you say your name, Otto. I hope I said that right. You said, "Hi, bro. I missed you." Thank you, man. It's just been crazy. Like having a second child is two times as hard to make music and do all this stuff. Because like before, when my daughter was sleeping, I put her to sleep at noon. Before, when she was sleeping, I just live streamed for 3 hours until she woke up. But now, put her to sleep, and then the baby wakes up. She's 2 months old, so the baby's 2 months old now. So it's a really tough time for like to have time to do stuff. You know what I'm saying? Rich, you said I get too caught up in discouragement at times though, and need to check myself a lot. Yeah, man, I mean, we all do, right? We all get discouraged, but I mean, that's why you gotta get up, get in the Word every day, and you may do that, but yeah, that's why it's so important to get into the presence of God first thing in the day because it sets your day right. But even then, like when you do everything right, like sometimes you can still get discouraged at times. But that's when it's important to have community. And to be honest, I haven't been to church in a year because of COVID. I haven't been in a Bible study, which I miss, and that being surrounded by a group of believers really helps shape you. And I haven't had that, but I'm hoping to get back to that. So that's also important. Sivert, you said my older sis just had her second baby and she's been telling us a bit of the struggles you just mentioned. Yeah, man, it's 2 kids is no joke, man. It's really no joke. Like I don't want a third kid because I'm so selfish with my time. Um, yeah, it's tough. I'm hoping it'll get easier because so today this morning I woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning. I couldn't go back to sleep because the baby got up. Um, I finally got up at 4. I tried to go back to sleep from 3 to 4. My wife was changing the baby, feeding the baby. And so I thought I couldn't go back to sleep maybe because she was up. But then I couldn't go back to sleep. I got up at 4. I, um, I made some coffee. I got into the Word. I read the Bible for about 30 minutes. And then I started creating this song that I'm working on. For like the music of this NFT that I have in mind. I'm creating an NFT right now. So I made the artwork already. It's almost done. This morning I made the song. So I'm starting to get these ideas together, but that's when I have time to create music is early in the morning before anybody wakes up. If it doesn't happen then, it's not happening. I mean, it's just not happening cuz they don't go to sleep until 8. Um and so my older daughter goes to sleep at 8. And then when she goes to sleep, it's time to start getting the baby ready for bed. The baby has to be changed. She's got to be fed. She's got to be put to sleep. By then, it's time to go for us to go to sleep. So that's kind of what my life has been like. And then I've been working also. Um, Atto, you said, what processor do you have? I also built myself a Macintosh. That's awesome, man. This is a Hackintosh. Let me send you this link because you can see all my computer parts on here. BrysonPrice.com/BrysonPrice Hackintosh. So copy and paste that into your browser and you will be able to see all the parts that I'm using for this computer right now. Vibex, you said that sounds rough. Yeah, man, it is rough. It's rough. Having kids is rough. That's why I tell people wait as long as you can to have kids, especially if you're trying to do something extra in your life like music. If you just have a 9 to 5 job, it's totally fine. If you don't have any extra ambitions, then it's totally fine. But if you have to work and have kids and you're trying to make it in music, it's tough, man. It's really tough. It's almost impossible. Randy, you said, speaking of Hackintosh, how do you buy the Mac OS, or do you port it from an older Mac? So that's what I did. I have a MacBook Pro that I bought, and I've just that's where I got the software from, was my MacBook Pro, and then I think I just upgraded it. I think that's how it happened. Or I actually I got the upgrade. This is what I did. I got the upgrade on my MacBook, and then I got that piece of software and put it onto this one here. Rebecca Wilson, you said, "What's up, Bryson? Best Christian DJ ever." Thank you. I appreciate that. I have to say, though, there are tons of great Christian musicians. Like, there is a ton of great people making music right now. But yeah, so that's let me. I don't think I quite finished this. I think there's a couple more paragraphs in here, and then I can just quickly share some of my ideas and reiterate some of the stuff I said in the live stream previously. But let's see. It says whether you're an NFT expert or a complete beginner. Okay, I already read that part. It's just saying that we fully expect more artists to offer new ways to participate in the creator economies of tomorrow. So this is another thing I've picked up from NFTs and using blockchain technology in the music industry. So I had a placement in a movie. I think it was 2019. One of my songs that I made way back in the day. I think I made the song back in 2007 or something. Or no, it wasn't that. I made it in 2010. I think I made the song in 2010. It got placed in a movie called Hustlers with Jennifer Lopez and I think Nicki Minaj was in there. I don't remember. Some other people were in there. I haven't even seen the movie. I haven't seen it, but I know it was a pretty big movie. But my song made it in there, and this year, or just maybe like a couple months ago, I, for the first time, started receiving royalties for that movie. It's been almost 2 years since that movie came out, and I'm just now starting to receive royalties for that movie. So this is another innovation of blockchain technology in what was I saying? This is another innovation of blockchain technology in the music industry, is that the artist, whether you're a Spotify artist, whether you have music in movies or TV shows, you can get paid right away. You don't have to wait on a royalty company to send you your check, and then it takes years to get to you. Like, you will get paid instantly, because that payment will be verified on the blockchain. Now, I don't know exactly how all this works, because I don't study this stuff, but this is what people are saying, is that it'll make paying artists royalties very easy, and you won't have to wait for months. I'm sure, I don't know if you guys have placements or whatnot, but I'm pretty sure you guys have Spotify if you create music, and you know how long it takes for even Spotify payments to roll out. You've got to wait for it to hit a certain threshold. It's got to be like $100 before you cash out. So like, yeah, it's a pain. Like, royalties are a pain, and to my understanding, that with blockchain technology, I don't know if NFTs are directly related, but unless you're getting paid royalties from your NFT. But I know that blockchain technology is what they are referring to, and NFT is based on blockchain. So yeah, it's gonna make getting your payments a lot easier. Otto, you said, have you worked on Ableton all your life, or did you write somewhere else? What do you think? Is it a plus to be able to work in many programs? So this is my take. I started on Reason when I was in 2005 is when I started producing. Finish up my chai here. 2005 is when I started producing. I started with Reason, and and yeah, and it was good, but I needed a program where I could have like plugins like Ableton. So I switched over to Ableton in 2000 uh 2010, 2009, 2010 is when I switched to Ableton. And I would recommend you stick with one program, whether it's FL, whether it's Ableton, it doesn't matter, as long as you're proficient in that one program. I don't think it's necessary to go back and forth between different programs. Now with like graphic design and art stuff, I feel like each, like After Effects, Blender, they all have their own flavor. Maybe it's good to learn different stuff like that if you're interested. And they're kind of, I think they're more interchangeable. But yeah, with music programs, I would stick to one. Stick to something, trial both versions, and then buy one and stick with it forever. Isivray, you said, and how little they pay. Yeah, they pay very little. And so, Isivray, this is the power of NFTs. Let me get back to that in a second. There's a couple of people coming in here. Let's see. Rebecca Wilson, you said J-Lo and Cardi B. She's just a little raunchy here than Nicki Minaj. Yeah, I got them mixed up. You said, although they are all Satanists. So, yeah, I don't really know much about them, you know. I know that sometimes their lyrics aren't very good, but I don't really know about their personal lives. Vibex, you said, well, I use a free site currently, so it takes a month to upload, but it comes out March 17th. That's awesome, man. You said I just uploaded my first song to Spotify a few weeks ago. That's amazing, man. Just keep churning out those releases to gain traction, you know. Isivray, you said switching to Ableton literally revolutionized my music. That's awesome, man. What did you use before? Did you use FL or not? I've heard great things about FL, but I've just never used it. Let me get back to that point. So, about what you said, Isivray, about what you said about how little the royalties pay. So that's a major problem right now, is that artists on streaming platforms, they get paid so little. So the cool thing about NFTs is that it allows the people listening to your music to be able to bid on what your music is worth to them. In exchange, they receive an original, the original copy of that piece of art that you released that no one else has, or maybe that only like a limited amount of people have. And then yeah, so and then in exchange, it's something that they can turn around and sell in the future. If you become a bigger artist, they could turn around and sell it for more money than they bought it for. So they're kind of like investing in you. Siver, you said, I started on NI Machine, not good for producing. Yeah, I couldn't imagine producing on one of those, man. Ableton is amazing. Machine layering 2 instances of Serum crashed the program. Yeah, man, that sounds like a nightmare. Like a huge nightmare. Yeah, so that's pretty much all this article is talking about. I kind of went through this article. If y'all want to check it out on your own, it's a music blog called This Song Is Sick. And it's a article that they wrote called What Are NFTs and Crypto Art? A Guide with Top Examples of Musicians in the Space. This was a great article. I really enjoyed this read. Isivray, you said once I got Ableton, I was like, I can do layering. Yeah, that's right, man. Atto, you said, please tell me. It means hello to my subscribers. My name is Bryson. I can try to say it. Privet moi pod pischiki menya zovut. What language is that? Is it Russian? But yeah, so I've went through some of the I went through this article. Let me see. I have some notes here that I've made about just by reading and listening to different videos about NFT. I made some notes here that I want to share with you guys. It's right. You said it looks like Russian. Yeah, it does look like Russian. It just I didn't know Russian sounded like that or was. Oh, I guess maybe it's because he wrote the letters in like regular letters, but Russian is usually in this, style. I don't know what you call it. I sound really ignorant. Um, but yeah, so this is what I was thinking. I believe Randy asked me earlier about an example of NFTs with my music. Um, Atto, you said you're good at it. Thank you, man. Um, yeah, so let me give you an example. For those of you, if you're just now tuning in, or if you've been here a while, then maybe you heard me say this already. But this is the way I want to utilize NFTs. So I released a song called Holy Spirit about a week ago. Okay, so my plan with NFTs, and I don't want to show y'all. I don't want to show y'all the song yet because I want it to be a complete surprise. I don't want to show you the artwork. I don't want to show you the song, but my idea is to take my song Holy Spirit, okay, and make a VIP version of it that sounds different, okay? And then I'm going to make a artwork that's different to go along with it that complements the song, and then put that up for auction as an NFT. Does that make sense? So basically I'm releasing a VIP version of my song, um, that kind of became its own song, and it's like a collectible art piece that whoever feels like it's valuable can bid on it. Whether it's I'm gonna start the auction maybe at $1, okay? Because I don't know if anybody will want to buy it, and if they buy it for $1, um, as long as that covers my fees to like make the NFT, because I've heard that making an NFT is free sometimes, and sometimes it costs like $8, sometimes it costs $30, depending on what website you're on. But as long as my fees are covered for making the NFTs, then what I'm gonna do is just make that NFT, put it up for auction, and then whoever wins it is gonna get the original copy. They are going to get like a FaceTime call from me, and maybe even like a collab with me that is released on Spotify, like an official collab song. And if you don't make music and you win it, I was thinking to like have you record your voice and then make a song out of it, or just collaborate with different ideas that input from whoever wins it, and then collaborate with them like that. Like, does that make sense? Like, that could just be a really cool idea. Randy, you said you should release it on vinyl. So one thing I've seen people doing, Randy, do you have vinyl at home? Like, do you listen to a lot of vinyl? I'm just curious. One thing I've seen people doing um, is that they have a token, so an NFT token that is redeemable for a physical product. But once you redeem it, that token is no longer yours. You don't have it in your software wallet anymore, so it's not a collectible. You've redeemed it, okay? So that I've seen people doing something like that. And that's definitely something that I'm considering as well. I just need to think about exactly how it's gonna work. It's Sivrate, you said I want to collab with Bryson Price. Yeah, man, I would love to collab. H Hype, you said are you just going to make one? So for right now, I'm gonna make one. Um, but I think that in the future it could be, I could be making more. So I just want to see how it goes. I kind of want to test the water with this. Randy, you said no, I don't have vinyl, but it seems like a fun way to create a collectible. Um, yeah, so like just to have like you're saying like a vinyl just to like hang on your wall or something, right? It's not really, um for you, Randy, personally, it's not really to like listen to the vinyl, but it's like so that you can have that as like a piece of artwork. Am I understanding that correctly? Randy, you said a collab would increase the value. Yeah, so that's kind of my idea, is that I'm not. This is not a get rich quick kind of scheme, for me. This is not like I'm not doing this so that I can make money, or I mean, I would like to make money because then I could not work at my real job and I could do music for a living. But that's not the point of this. Like, the point of this is to connect with the people that like my music, that are invested in me as an artist, and to kind of like grow a community in a unique way. You know, that's the idea. Um, so yeah, I'm trying to pack in as many things in the like that the winner would win. And if y'all have any ideas of what would sound cool, um, I'm all open to hearing that. Like, for me, the things I thought of that would bring the most value is like a collab, um, a to actually own the piece of artwork, the NFT, the digital art, and then maybe even own a piece of the royalties of that song. You know, um, and then I felt like there was one more thing. Oh, and then like a FaceTime phone call. You know, kind of like we're doing here, but I would be able to talk to whoever won the song. And I don't know if that's cool or not, you know, but I'm assuming that if you've if you're invested enough to like to bid on the NFT, the artwork that I released, then you probably would want to talk to me on the phone. But that's just like that's just, you know, what I'm thinking. I don't know if that sounds cool or not. But let's see. Randy said, yes, I agree with the vinyl wall art. Yeah, so that's definitely a cool idea. I like that idea. The only thing about vinyl is that if I include vinyl in there, that would definitely increase. I'd have to increase the value of the NFT by like $60 or whatever it takes to print vinyl. So the first NFT that I make is probably not going to have that because I'm trying to keep costs like as low as possible. But as people, hopefully as it gains traction and people start paying more, I can add in cool things like that. H Hype, you said, so then what would that be the only way to hear the VIP? So I haven't decided that yet. That's what I'm still trying to churn out the details on. I don't know if I would also upload it to Spotify. I need to look and see what other people are doing. So with Blau, the artist called Blau, if y'all want to look him up. Now Blau, he a lot of you guys may not know who he is, but when I first started listening to, hold on, I think it's called Back to New. Yeah, when I first started listening to EDM, this song really caught my attention. So some of you newer guys may not know who he is, but listen to let me hear if this is it. Yeah, this I haven't listened to him in a while, but this is the song that caught my attention from him. So let me tell you about what he's doing. He created an album in 2018. So he didn't even release new content. He just has like an image of his old album and released it as a digital vinyl, and people are buying it. It's crazy. And maybe like released artwork like audio reactive visuals to go with it. Let me see. You said you could possibly do a delayed release, like the NFT gets you an exclusive listen, and it's that person's song for a while, then release after a couple months. Yeah, something like that. I just want to see what other people are doing. I do like that idea. Like I guess the thing is that you need to find a way, or I need to find a way to make this exclusive for the person that bought the song, but I would like to release the song also, because like what Blau is doing, his album was released in 2018 and people are still buying NFTs of like old music. So I need to figure out exactly how to make that work. But look, check this out though. I love these vocal chops at the beginning. The way it's panning is cool too. Somebody sampled that. But yeah, that came out in 2012. Like that's been a long time. But yeah, so that's I don't know if I really care for his new work, I guess. But I really like that, and that was just a remix he did of James Egbert. James Egbert has some really good songs too. But yeah, so that's kind of what I'm thinking. Do y'all have any other ideas for what to do with this? I'd just like to hear your thoughts and opinions. If I did something like this, would you be interested in buying one? Like, I'd like to hear that too. Um, Right. You said only thing I've heard from Blau is Jamu remix, which is a bop. Yeah, I haven't heard that. I need to go. I need to listen to that later. I need to check that out because I really don't know Blau's music. When I think of Blau, I think of this, but I didn't really ever keep up with his music, so I don't really know too much about it. Um, but yeah, let me know if you have if you have ideas, if you're an artist or like just a listener of music, if you have ideas for what would be cool. So okay, actually, let's do this. So if you are a fan of music, if you don't create music, but you just are a listener and you're in here right now, I'd like to hear what you think would be cool. Okay, what you would like to get from an artist, if you were buying a NFT from them, like as a collectible and to invest in their future, like what would sound cool for you to get from that, besides just the NFT? And then if you are a artist, creating music, what do you have any ideas for this, like to bring about value to the people that listen to your music? I'd like to hear that. Those are two things I'd like for y'all to drop in the comments here. H Hype, you said you can mail whoever buys something signed by you. I like that idea. I'm gonna write that down. Like maybe just yeah, like a sticker. So maybe do like a virtual sticker token, but then also send a real one in the mail. That could be kind of cool, or just something signed. I'm gonna write that down, like a signed item sent by mail. Yeah, I think right now because the world hasn't gone fully digital, I feel like it's going in a digital direction. I feel like people like you were saying, Randy, if you're still in here right now, you still really value physical items, as I do. I like physical stuff. I don't just like digital stuff. Um, so yeah, I think people still really there's still a big value for physical products. That can be sent. Um, you said, please rate my music of my friend. His name is Wyron. Do you have a link, man? Sivert, you said, I think it would be cool to not necessarily create a piece of music for your art, but maybe a soundscape or something that reacts to the art, maybe captures its essence. So yeah, that's actually what I feel like most people are doing right now, is that they are creating like more, I guess, because it's harder to create a song, than it is to create like a landscape or a sound. I mean, not a landscape, a soundscape, or just like a general vibe. I feel like it's easier to create a general vibe. So I feel like that's what most people are doing right now. So let me give you this example. Um, Right, you said this is an idea I've been wanting to experiment with a while. I tried something similar for short few films I made. Oh, and I'm sorry, man. You sent me something up here, but I got distracted because I was looking up that Blau video. You said, "What is your job?" I'm a physical therapist. I work in nursing homes. So right now, it's actually like I'm living the perfect work life. At like when I started working, I wanted to work 3 days a week, physical therapy, and then do music for the rest of the week. Um, but right now, I'm not getting to do music with my extra time. I'm like, because I got two small children, I've got to help take care of them. So that's what I'm doing with my extra time instead of music. But eventually, I'm hoping that I can work 3 days a week, physical therapy, 2 or 3 days a week, make a little bit of money like that, and then work on the rest of the time on music. So that's my job. But yeah, I like that idea to do like a soundscape, and that's actually kind of what this guy named Rack. Let me show you. That's kind of what he did. Like, it's not super energetic music. It's just more laid back. Um, and this artwork went for, I don't know what it said, how much it went for. It went for a ridiculous amount of money. Um, so I think this, what I'm about to show you, it went for $26,000. Yep, it's this piece right here. $26,000 for what you're about to see right now. Here's the song. So yeah, it looks like what he's saying right here is that the winner will also receive 1,000 rack, which is maybe his personal token that he gives people. And I don't know what you can redeem it for. Maybe once you reach a certain amount of his personal token, you can exchange it for something else or something. But there's only one of these available. And it looks, this is interesting because they put the art out on the internet for everyone to see. And if I wanted to, I could do like a video screenshot of this and save it onto my computer, but I can't verify that it's original unless I have the actual like digital copy, which is verified through the blockchain like this. So that's kind of interesting, you know. um yeah, so that to me, maybe that's not as like soundscapey as you were thinking, Civrate, but that is pretty chill and laid back and kind of captures the essence of this picture here. And it looks like, you know, this part, like just the light is rotating and that's it. But it's kind of cool because it makes you want to go like hang out in that room, you know, like that's the power of, I guess, audio and visual together. Like, let me mute the audio. So if you just look at it, you're just like, that's cool, you know. Um, that's a cool piece of artwork. But once you add the music, it really accentuates like the vibe of the room. Yeah, so that, I don't know. I just feel like there's a lot of potential in that. A ton of potential. Connor Capetta, what's up, man? You said, "Hey, bro, how are you? Haven't seen your streams in a long time." Yeah, man, I'm doing good. I've said this several times, and the people who kind of like follow, like maybe me on Facebook or something, know that I just had a baby. She's 2 months old, and then I've got a daughter that is not quite two yet. So I've got two kids under the age of two, so it's really hard for me to find time to live stream. The only time I have to make music is in the morning at like from 5 in the morning to 8. And so I've been getting it in like really early. Um, but yeah, I've been good, man. I've been good. I've just been, you know, working. I had to go back to work, so working and then taking care of my children, so I don't have time to live stream, but I'm still making music. Um, I still have a passion and a desire to make it in music. And I'm I'm really excited about NFTs and like where it could go. You know, I'm not sure how long you've been in here if you just popped in right now, but we've been talking about NFTs and what they are and like the potential the whole time. So yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, let me know if you just popped in right now. I think you did. But yeah, um, probably gonna cut off the live stream here pretty soon. Unless, do y'all have something else to say though? Connor, so do you know what NFTs are? And yeah, I'd like to hear from you guys if you have any other questions or comments or just ideas in general. Actually, let me say one more thing. So I was listening to a interview with Blau and a couple of other people, and one interesting thing that they mentioned in there is that like they're that it, I don't think they can do this yet, or they they know how to yet. They certainly haven't implemented it yet, but they were saying that what if you could only unlock a song if you were at a certain altitude. So like up in the sky, like if you were a mile in the sky, you know, in an airplane, and then that was the only place you could unlock a song with the NFT. And then you would receive that song digitally. It would be yours. You would be one of the original owners of that, along with whoever was there with you. But you could only get that song, like the official version of that song, if you were in up in the sky. Like that would be a crazy idea, you know. Um, or if you, so another thing Blau mentioned was that what if he was playing a set at a show, and he was playing an ID, so an unreleased song of his, and you were trying to figure out what it was, but then a QR code popped up on the screen, and you were able to scan that QR code and then receive that song, like the official version of that song. You're able to receive it, and only you and the people there with you experiencing that moment would have access to that song. Like that is an insane idea, because how many times are you like watching somebody virtually or at a show and you're like, man, what song is that, you know? Like that is crazy potential. um H Hype, you said, coming from an artist standpoint, the collab and maybe feedback on a track would be cool. Okay, so like if you win the NFT, like you get feedback on a track or something. I get that. That's a cool idea. Dagreth, you said the idea with creating conditions to unlock NFT is awesome. Yeah. Um it's crazy, man. Like think about, so were y'all ever into Pokemon Go? I know for me personally, like there was a while that I was obsessed with it. I was obsessed with Pokemon Go because it was crazy. Like people out in the street, like you just be hanging out and be like, hey, you know, like I don't know. It just allowed you to interact with people in a different way. And then also like what was on your phone virtually. Like you would go out in the street, and there would be a coin on your phone where you were standing on the sidewalk, you know. But you would be able to get it by going out and about. You'd be able to unlock certain things by running like a mile, you know, things like that. Like that's pretty cool technology, you know. What if we could use that in music somehow? Like if we go to, like here I'm in Dallas, what if we, the only place to get a song was a certain place in downtown Dallas? You had to go there, you had to have your phone with you, and while you were there you unlocked that song by scanning a QR code or something like that. I don't know, the potential in that is crazy. um you said I was pretty big into Pokemon Go. Yeah, man. Like I had to stop playing it because I was getting mad that like when that's why I get mad at video games. I can't play video games because I just get too into it. Um, Dagrith, you said I played Ingress. It's made by the same people but wasn't as popular. So Ingress was like I don't really know what it is, but it was kind of like Pokemon Go, I guess, in that you would unlock, like you'd go get physical items like out in the real world, but like on your phone or something like that. Is that how it worked? Um, Siver, you said got that shiny Rayquaza. Yeah, man. That was a really innovative game, you know. Connor, you said that would be pretty awesome for the QR code to unlock the song, honestly. Yeah. So Connor, let me break this down since you weren't here. I'm gonna try to just say it really quick because I've said it several times already. So my plans for NFT is to take my song Holy Spirit that I just released, to make a like a collectible version of it. So basically like a VIP version of it. And then make an artwork piece to go with it. So like some moving visual that goes with the song, and then make an NFT out of those two things, and then put it up for auction and allow people to bid on it. So the starting bid is going to be what it costs me to make the NFT, which will be anywhere from like $1 to $30. I don't know exactly how much it's going to be to make it, but the starting bid is going to be how much it costs me to make it. And then whoever wins the NFT will get exclusive rights to the song, maybe even a portion of the royalties to that song. They will get a collab with me, an official collab that will be released on Spotify. And if you don't make music, you'll shape the direction of the song or send me like a vocal clip of you like making a beat sound, and I'll put in the beat, you know, whatever, something like that. And then also you'll get like a FaceTime with me. Like that is kind of my idea for NFTs right now. But I'm all open to hearing your thoughts. Dagrith, you said you fight over portals in the physical world through your phone. That's crazy, man. That's really crazy. Randy, you said it's funny, computer and internet technology is so fundamentally groundbreaking because it makes the distribution of information virtually free. Now we're creating technology to artificially reverse that advantage. Yeah, man, it's crazy. It really is crazy. I guess it's a matter of creating scarcity, right? Um, and that's the point. That's the point of Bitcoin, I guess, is that there's only like, I think it's 24 million, 23 million, something like that, Bitcoin that will ever be created. And because there is that scarcity factor, it is a deflationary asset. So our fiat currency, the money that we hold here in the US or around the world, paper money, is inflationary because they can print as much as they want. But Bitcoin, there's only a fixed amount that is printed, and so it's deflationary. It increases in value over time. Connor, you said, "Oh, that's pretty neat. That could be really cool. It seems like the coolest thing ever, bro." Yeah, man. I don't know if we are connected on Facebook, but shoot me a message or a friend request if we're not connected on Facebook, and I'll keep you updated on what I'm going to be doing with that, because I'm not sure when this is going to happen, but I'm hoping to do it soon. And I have some people on board with me right now, and I'm going to make a video about this too, so expect a video talking about everything we're talking about here, but in a very concise like 3-minute video or something like that, that explains my vision for this. And then they're going to like share it on their Facebook, and they have a pretty decent following, so he'll boost that post, and then hopefully it'll gain some traction like that, you know. Zivo, you said, "Hey, I'm back. What's been happening?" Man, we just been talking, man. We've been talking about NFTs. We've been talking about different ideas. Just different stuff, man. I could fill you in on some of that stuff, but I've been kind of summarizing it for a couple times in the video. Dagrith, you said 21. I'm not sure what you mean by 21. But let me know. Let me know what you meant by that. H-Hype, you said China stopped mining Bitcoin. I heard that. I don't think all of China did, but it was like a big mining operation that stopped. But China's been like on and off. They've like banned Bitcoin. They've unbanned Bitcoin. I think they're just scared because they see the potential in what's happening, and they don't want to lose control of the people. Like, they have control of their people, you know. That's my personal opinion. I don't know if that is true or not, but that's just what I think is going on. Connor, you said, could you send a link on Facebook from your page of your Facebook account to add you on Facebook? Oh yeah. Yeah, because my Facebook page is not just it's like got a weird number in there or something. Let me see. Bryson Price 35. I'll send you a link. And anybody else who is in here can add me on Facebook if we're not friends on there already. Oh, Dagrith, you said 21 million Bitcoin will be mined. That's right. I was wrong. I said 24 or 23. It's 21 million Bitcoin that will ever be mined. No more, no less. Zivo, you said, so probably changing the subject, but can you tell me Apostle records and how to post with them? Yeah, man. I'll get you the email. There's a submission email, and I'm not sure what it is, but I'm going to get that for you. Let me make a note of it right now. I'll make a note of it here on my laptop. Yeah, there's a submission email address that they accept submissions through, and I will get that for you. H Hype, you said you still haven't accepted my friend request. I'm sorry, man. What's your name on there? I get a lot of friend requests, and I think most of them are fake. But the reason why I don't answer the friend request right away is because when I'm answering friend requests, I like to take the time to decide whether or not that person is real, like they really want to connect with me, or if they are just trying to gain, you know, friends so that their profile looks better, or if they're just like a spam bot. So I don't want to accept everybody because then I'll meet that 5,000 friend threshold quicker. And once you meet that 5,000 friend threshold, you can't add people that really do want to connect with you. So that's why. But so your name is Aspen Foshi. Okay, okay, man. I will be on the lookout for that. I'll write your name down here. I don't mind adding people that are like that really are trying to connect with me, but I just it's hard sometimes to decipher who is real and who's fake, you know. Michael, you said, "Hey brother, hope you're doing great." Hey Michael, how are you doing, man? It's been a long time, but I remember you. If I'm not mistaken, did you move away from Carrollton? So I live in the Dallas area, but I live in Carrollton. I think Michael used to live in my city. Um, Sivray, you said I sent Riot 10 want a collab as a joke, and now he's asking for a whip. Yeah, man, you make great music, man. I would I'd be very surprised if he didn't want to collab with you. Yeah, so H Hype, you said, "Yo, that's huge." He still hasn't got back to me about joining. Are you talking about Riot 10 H Hype? I think that's what you mean. But yeah, so um Zivo, let me break this down for you real quick about NFTs. So this is what I have planned. I'm not gonna get into exactly what NFT is right now because I've said it several times. But I am gonna make a video. I'm gonna make a shorter video, about 3 to 4 minute video at some point when I have time to film. It's probably hopefully I'll have time tomorrow to film it. But I'm gonna make a video talking about it. But this is my plan for it is to release an NFT, which is a digital coin, or sorry, a digital collectible item. But it's gonna be an artwork. It's gonna be a visual artwork, like a moving visual paired with a song, and the song is going to be a VIP collectible version of one of my previous songs. So like Holy Spirit, it's going to be like a VIP version of Holy Spirit with a new visual, like a collectible item that I'm going to auction off as an NFT. And the highest bidder is going to win the official rights to that song, maybe even like royalties. They'll get stream royalties with me on that song. They'll earn a collab with me and like a FaceTime with me. And the collab that they'll earn with me will, if they don't make music, you know, it'll be just they'll be guiding the song with ideas, or like record like their voice and I'll put it in a beat or something like that, you know. So that is my idea for what to do with this. So yeah, it is interesting. It's really interesting the potential of this. And that with NFTs, people can create like software, um, like software wallets, you know, and store these tokens in there. That which I believe in the future they will be able to show off their tokens in some capacity on social media. You know, I don't know, but I see it going there. Randy, you said royalties is a cool idea. Yeah, man. So that kind of Randy, that kind of goes along with my idea of what I was saying before. In that, like with NFTs, it's like a way to, it's like betting on the stock market, but you're betting on the stock of the artist that you believe in. Like, how many times have you heard an artist and thought, wow, like this artist is not very big, but I know that they're going to be huge in the future. Like I've seen that happen so many times, and like the biggest example that comes to my mind is with Ace Ara. He lives here in Dallas, in the Dallas area, and so I connected with him back before. Like I would say he's pretty big right now. in the EDM scene. Like a lot of people know him. When I connected with him, when I first found out about him, I thought like his music was really good and that he was gonna do, you know, big things. So if he had an NFT back in those days, I probably would have bought it because I just saw the potential in that. And there's been other artists that like I've seen online that I think like they're not very big, but that they're gonna be huge in the future, you know. So with royalties, it's like you're getting this digital piece of art, but you're getting other things in exchange. Like you're investing, you are investing in the artist's future, but you're also getting money back with royalties if you've made the right investment, you know? So I think that that's a really cool idea. I think that changes the game for sure. Like, what do y'all think about that? I think it's very game changing. Um, let's see what y'all are saying here. Um, Michael, you said, yes, man, move to Tyler, but not enough Brazilians here, so we're moving back to DSW. Yeah, I could have guessed that, man. I wouldn't think that there's many Brazilians in Tyler. Do you know what part of DFW you're moving back to, or not? You're not quite sure yet. Um, H Hype, you said we are about to see a Civerate and Riot 10 collab. Huge. Zevo, I would say if you want to release with Apostle, get in contact with Vezel. Yeah, man. Yeah, get Vezel is like the head guy at Apostle. Um, Zevo said both the Civerate and you. And H Hype, you said facts. Dagrith, you said it's game changing. Yeah, man. That's, I don't know. I'm really excited about this stuff, guys. I'm really excited about this, and I'm not excited from like a money perspective necessarily. I'm excited um, to create and to create this digital art and to be like, I want to be the first Christian artist to do this. Like that would be amazing. That like that's my goal, you know. Um, to be the first Christian artist to do this. So when people look back, they'll be like, Bryson Price, he paved the way for Christian artists to do NFTs. And it's not just about, like, I want to expand my music outside just the Christian industry, but I want people to look up to, me and be like, he stepped out in front and saw an opportunity and took it and did something unique to connect with his fans and to spread his music, you know, like I guess that it's kind of exciting to do that, you know. And Dagrith, you said maybe everyone will find Jesus because Christians are making NFT. Yeah, man. Like you know, the art that I'm gonna be making with the NFTs is not just gonna be like just something random because I couldn't figure out what kind of art to put with my music. It's gonna be gospel centered. Like it's gonna be going along with the topics in my song. The ultimate goal is to be glorifying God through music and through visuals. And I've always been such a big fan of art in general. Like I follow a ton of art accounts. Like before I found out about NFTs, like the I don't really follow artists on Instagram. I follow art accounts because I'm inspired by what I see, you know. So yeah, like I think it's just so cool that art, crypto, and music are kind of like colliding into this NFT space, you know. But yeah, I've talked a lot. I wanna hear some more of your ideas. Connor, you said it's a good idea to make it easier and to glorify the kingdom of God. Yeah, man. For sure. Isiverate, you said, who's your favorite 3D artist? Man, there is some really good ones. I'll send you, so I'm going to send you some. I don't know them by name. There is one. His name is Clarence. I'm typing it out. He makes some really cool art. But so in the Apostle chat I mentioned earlier, and there was a couple people interested in this NFT stuff. I'm gonna make a group of all the people that were interested and just kind of share my ideas and share some of the art and all that. So I will send you more of those, okay? And if I forget, then just remind me and I'll send it to you. Some more of my 3D artists that I like. I'll definitely send you some people. Michael Val, you said going to Watuga uh, to be closer to Todd White's church or Plano to closer to our Brazilian church, but haven't decided yet. Pastor Andre Valadome Church. Oh, that's cool, man. Really cool. Keep me updated, man. Keep me updated on what you're doing. Zivo, you said, I know more about this because I'm an investor. Yeah, man. Definitely, I think investing minded people understand this better. Dagrith, you said, I'm making a 3D model of the New Jerusalem. I think it's something you might want to use. You might want to use my H.264 files I make with. Yeah, man, that's huge. You already know I'm super inspired by the Book of Revelation and about the New Jerusalem. Like, that's why I made those DJ mixes, New Heaven Volume 1, 2, and 3. I don't think I'm gonna make a third one. Yeah, I don't know because I'm still kind of on the fence about it, but I want to make original songs, but then also like some people don't like the fact that I'm mixing in secular songs with Christian songs, and yeah, I just got a lot of backlash from it, so I'm not sure. And I usually don't care what people think, but I mean maybe they have a point, but I guess I just want to focus on making like original songs, you know. But the mixes 1, 2, and 3 were really good mixes that were inspired by the New Jerusalem and like trying to like portray. I don't think I got it completely right, but trying to portray like visuals of the New Jerusalem along with like EDM music, you know. Zivo, you said I'll see you later. It might catch the ending. Okay, man. Thanks for popping in. But yeah. Let's see. H Hype, you said I feel like as long as it's clean, it doesn't matter, just family friendly. Yeah, like so for example, I in my New Heaven Volume 3, I included a Brazilian funk song that is definitely not Christian. Um, in other parts of the song, he talks about sinful things, and the part that I used, the part of the song, technically, I guess um, it's it's sinful, but the lyrics aren't bad. Like he's talking about that people are jealous of his motorcycle. So basically, he's elevating like worldly things, you know, like things of this earth. He is like basically bragging, you know, just like rappers brag about their chains. He's bragging about his motorcycle and that people are jealous to like to see him ride off in it when he burns rubber, you know. So that's what the part of the song that I used in New Heaven Volume 3 was talking about. It didn't have any cuss words though, but because it was a secular Brazilian funk song, and I was mixing it in with Christian stuff, I got some backlash for that from a couple people. But it's like things like that, like the song, like what he was saying itself was not like vulgar. It had a sinful heart behind it, but yeah, it's just kind of like a gray area. I really like the song. I'm inspired by it, and I just wanted to add it in my mix, you know. So that's kind of like I can kind of see their point, but yeah. So H Hype, you said HVME is a Christian EDM artist, and he took the curse words out of the remix, and it blew up. That's crazy. That's crazy that he would blow up like that. Dagrith, you said, I think NFTs could be incorporated into VR and augmented reality. Yeah, so that's exactly where it's going. Right now, we don't really live in that world, but like what I was saying before is that when you collect these tokens, when you collect the non-fungible tokens, like let's say you collect them into a software wallet, in someday I believe we're going to be able to display all the tokens we have virtually collected, you know, and it'll be kind of like wearing patches on your backpack. Like if you're wearing a backpack to school and you put a Skrillex patch on it, you put a Zomboy patch on it, people are like, oh, he likes EDM, let me go talk to him, like he has good taste in music. I think in the same way we will collect digital tokens. And and yeah, and like I think that's where it's going, you know. So I can definitely see that, Dagrith. I can definitely see that NFTs will be incorporated into VR and augmented reality. H-Hype, he said he remixed Goosebumps by Travis Scott. I've never heard of him before. I'll have to check out his music. Um, but yeah, so that's, I guess, let me see if I wrote anything else down here that I want to share with you guys. I think I've pretty much talked about everything. I think I've talked about everything, like all my notes on here. I went through this article, this NFT article. And yeah, I think that's all I have to say. I think I'm gonna go ahead and cut off the live stream unless y'all have anything else to say. But yeah, I still my I guess my what I said before still stands. If y'all can think of something later, I want to hear from two people. I want to hear from the two groups of people. The people that don't create music, the people who are just fans of music, just listeners. I want to hear if you would invest in an NFT. Like, would you be interested in investing in an NFT? Um, and if you are, you know, if you are interested in investing in an NFT, then what would you like to, like, what would be something that you would buy? Like, would it be enough for you to just buy the digital art and be the sole owner of that art, like the art piece and the song? Or would you want more things? Like, would you want royalties to that song? Uh would you want like a collab with me? Would you want a FaceTime phone call with me? Like what interests you? Like, what would you want, you know? And then the second group of people I want to hear from is artists. So if you create music, is this something you're interested in? Are you interested in NFTs? Like, what is your like, what kind of ideas do you have to push this idea forward? You know, like what I said before, if you go into an airplane at a mile high in the sky, and then you can only unlock a song up in the air. Or if you go to your downtown in your city, there's a certain monument or something that you have to go to unlock a certain song, and that's the only way you can get it, you know, like that sort of thing. I think that's really interesting. Like those kind of ideas are what I want to hear from you guys. Raw Art, what's up, man? Thanks for tuning in. Not sure if you've been here for a while, if you're just joining the discussion, but yeah, we've been talking about just different stuff, but mainly NFTs though, and music stuff, about like how it's like changing the game, you know. But oh, Degrith, you said I don't know how to turn something into an NFT. Is it that easy? It is, man. It is that easy. The only thing is that you have to go like there's a website called Rareable. I think I spelled Rareable. This is one of the websites. There's more. You just come here to create NFT. Let's just say single. You choose a file. It could be a PNG, a GIF, MP4, and even you can just upload an MP3. So this is what I was saying earlier. If you are just good at creating loops, if you don't like making beats, if you just like making soundscapes, you can upload that as an NFT and sell it and have people bid on it and stuff like that, you know. But yeah, it does cost some money. I heard Rareable is the most expensive website. There's one called SuperRare. And this is probably one of the better sites, but they're very picky about who they allow and accept, who they accept to release on their website. Like, they have to personally select everybody who releases with them, so it takes months to like this stuff is really cool. It takes months to be accepted by them, I've heard. But yeah, I would just check out some of these sites. SuperRare, Rareable, see what kind of art that they have on there. Just go to the explore page, see what it looks like, see who's using music, who's not using music. but yeah, just explore the space and see what's going on with it, you know. I'm really excited about it. I plan on doing something with it very soon. I'm already almost done with the song I'm working on, and also the artwork, so it should be soon. I'm just trying to, what I'm waiting on is I want to make a video explaining NFT and just seeing who's on board, like if there will be any bidders, you know, if there would be anyone even interested in it. And I think that throwing in like the FaceTime phone call, the royalties, and a collab with me is going to increase the value of the bid. So yeah, really interesting stuff. And to be honest, by talking with you guys and like talking my ideas out, like I've been reading and watching videos for the last couple of days, when I had time, and just writing down my thoughts, and then just by doing this live stream and talking with you guys, like it's helped me kind of gather my thoughts better. But what I want to do is make a solid video that's like 3-4 minutes long, really concise, to kind of wrap up everything we talked about in this live stream, and be able to put it on social media, tell people what I'm up to, and see who's on board with this, and go from there. You know, let's see what happens. Dagrith, you said, thanks for doing this live stream. It was great. I'm headed out, but this was very helpful, dude. Glad I popped in. Yes, sir, man. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you everybody who watched and participated and just was in the comments. Like, this was a really cool live stream, and I'm glad I did it. It was kind of tough at the beginning with all the freezing, and I was late because my baby pooped all over herself. She had a blowout, so we had to clean her up, and she was eating, and I was trying to do my taxes and stuff like that. So it was kind of a rough start to the live stream, but then I think it picked up some steam, and I think it was really valuable information for a lot of people, and also to myself, to gather my thoughts on what I've been reading about and watching. So thank y'all so much for being here, and I will catch you next time. Catch me on Facebook. Private message me if you're interested in all this, and we'll continue talking and calling. I want to see some of your work, so we'll definitely be in contact. So catch you next time.